Hello, I'm Taylor Cox, principal at Linden Elementary. I'd like to tell you about the MAP Growth Family Report. When you've received yours via U.S. mail, you can use this video guide to understand the information on it. We do our best to communicate with families regarding your child's progress with grades, teacher observation, conferences, and the completed work they bring home. But MAP data is one of the best tools because it gives you a number you can compare from year to year, test to test for both achievement, meaning how high is their score compared to their classmates, and growth, the change in their score since they were last tested. For reading and math, your student will receive a score on something called the RIT scale. The RIT scale is used to assess students from kindergarten through high school. It's designed to measure growth over time. The solid line on the graph represents the student's scores. The dotted line represents the MAP averages across the country for students in the same grade. In this example, Christopher is a fourth grade student who took the MAP Growth Reading Assessment this fall. Christopher's score last fall was just below the dotted line. His score went down 1 point between fall and winter, that's here. But then he showed fantastic growth between winter and spring with 17 points. He dropped a couple points over the summer, which isn't unusual. Christopher's current score puts him at the 50th percentile, which means that his score was at or above the level of 50% of other fourth graders in reading. The achievement data tells us how Christopher is doing each season. To get a more complete picture of Christopher's progress, we can look at his growth over time. The growth section shows Christopher's family that he's at the 65th percentile for growth in reading, which means that he grew more than 65% of similar students across the country. That is something to get excited about. The report also includes projections, which tell us how Christopher is likely to perform on future assessments, like the Ohio State test. Older students will also have projections for the ACT and the SAT exams. Although Christopher's score reflects his above average growth, he is not yet on track to be proficient on the state test. Here's a report for another child, a student at Linden. You'll notice this student has tremendous growth, 95th and 84th percentile growth. Linden teachers have a track record of high growth for its students. You may also notice that the student's reading achievement at the 7th percentile is much lower than their math achievement at the 61st percentile. There could be a number of reasons for this, such as testing nerves, lack of sleep, or just having a bad day. In this case, there are 3 other scores showing the student typically scores near the average as the dotted line. It is worth discussing with your teacher if you're unsure of the why, or if the score isn't matching your family's goals for the child. This could also be true if your child is experiencing low growth scores. Those would be over here for reading and for math. At Linden, we believe all children can grow and that they deserve to grow, but it will be up to you and your family to determine what the goal for your child will be. All children are different. That's what makes them special, and you know them best. But we want you to have the information and the ability to understand it so that you can develop a plan with your child's teacher to reach those goals. This is especially important if your child is not already on track for the goals that you have for them. The end of the report lists questions for you to ask your teachers. Does my child need extra help in any specific areas? And when will my child's progress be measured again? I want to encourage you to reach out to your child's teacher if you have questions. Thanks for all you do. As we remind the kids, leopards are limitless.